Okay, today I'm taking a quick look, maybe a fault of its own, at Dungetris. It's essentially a roguelike game which you build your own dungeon out of Tetris pieces. I've done a few playthroughs of a couple levels, and I'd figure I'd show you guys a level closer to the start. This is made by the guys at, I don't even know if I'm saying this properly, but Effie Movmax. They have 2 games on Steam, this currently being one of them, and another one is a dungeon crawler as well, something about a princess. It came out actually today for $5.49. Region equivalent, I have no idea, but in Canada it is $5.49. For what I've played so far, though, I actually think this is a great idea. This is actually a wicked idea. I have a lot of people I know that do like... They don't so much like video games or dungeon crawlers. Like, you'd never see them pick up a paddle and play something like Diablo or anything like that. But you get something like this where it has puzzle elements like Tetris. It looks more appealing. I really liked it. I want to keep playing it, actually. Like, as I'm doing this quick look, I actually want to go back to playing it. Now, some of my concerns is, as you see, if you hold down your right mouse button, it brings up your next piece. Controller, I had bad luck with controller. I couldn't get controller to work. It would work on the menu, but then you couldn't go back. I just used mouse and keyboard. Controller was bad. But anyway, as you right click, it shows you the piece you can use. Now, the only kind of, I guess, bad thing I want to complain about is if you are in your dungeon, if you go back down to the core of your dungeon, you right click, your piece is red. It's all red. So you can't actually be in your dungeon and maybe, you know, go check out something because you'll just see this red piece. So you have to get back out to where you can see the background, right click, and it'll show you what piece you have. So there you go. It's, you know, I got a 2 up, I got a 1, I got 2 to the right, or 2 flat. But now if I went down to my dungeon, it's just all red. So it's hard to tell. Maybe if you wanted to go back down, maybe you're missing a spot or 2 you want to try to fill in. And then another thing that I'd like added, or would be nice to see added, is in Tetris when I'd play it, every once in a while you get those really long, skinny pieces, and those would just decimate like whatever you had built. Like you almost tried to build up for those. You'd always leave that one little one-piece column all the way down, so as soon as you could get that piece, you could just drop it in there and get what was actually called the Tetris. You could clear maximum lines. I would like to see something for that. The only thing I ever got so far was one little square with no walls, no enemies. But if you see right now where my merchant is, and those 2 bats, that little sliver would actually be a really handy piece. And another thing that I'd like to see added is on my sides, as you can see, I'm kind of building up, kind of handicapping myself. I can't attach anymore to my outsides unless I start just dropping sections beside my tower. So it would be nice if maybe... Oh, and I died. Oh, there's the overmap, if you want to pause it there for a split second. So, as you build up, there's no pieces that, you know, you can maybe drop a stone or something, and then that stone acts as like a floor, and then you can start building from then on up. And if you don't want the stone, just toss it off the side of your castle. So every level I've been on so far does have a point or some sort of objective. Like building so many floor tiles or background pieces, or killing enemies like I'm on now. The roguelike elements, I think they're very light in this game, because the character I've died a few times, and when you exit out and come back in, you could pick 2 characters right off the start, a knight or the Grim Reaper, and you keep your levels. So it's not like when you die you lose your guy or you lose your cards on the bottom. As you see, you can pick up cards. You keep your cards. So, as you guys have just actually seen, I died, but I kept my cards. So, where it's a roguelite, I'm trying to still find. I'm not too sure. Maybe they're going to put it in. The game just did come out today. So, I'm kind of hoping, you know, they watch some videos of their own game, taking some suggestions. I maybe, after I get a certain amount of time more in, I'll go write a Steam review on it too, and maybe just put what I'm saying down as well, because I'd actually like to see that stuff implemented. But see, once again, I'm building straight up. And that kind of, I don't know, I guess you could build outwards, or you could build straight up. But see, you're like right there, I just had to drop that piece, and now I have to drop another piece to keep moving to the right. And I'll tell you, if you build up, your dungeon feels really shallow. But I do really enjoy this game. I think it's actually a great idea, mixing two different genres into a game. And then you gotta also be careful too, like you almost have to think one step ahead, because I dropped those 2 treasure chests. I'd really like to get them. Okay, now I'm about to drop a vendor, because you don't need a room with spikes, that's just gonna hurt you. But now how do I get up to that vendor? How do I get to those treasure chests? You gotta build yourself to it. Which I end up mucking up anyway, because whatever reason, there you go, see? Screwed myself out of it. Now you can teleport, but it does take hit points. It does cost a little. And your cards, you can teleport with one. If you look actually in the middle, I have 2 of them. Those don't cost anything, but unfortunately you have limited cards. And if you use them, you don't have them for the next playthrough. And if I did get up to death there, I could show you guys that he resurrects you. But he resurrects you with half the health that you previously had. So it's kind of like a catch-20. Anyway, I did really enjoy this game. Probably will do more footage of it, because I actually want to explore more, see how harder it gets. Because, once again, actually, at the end of this, you'll see me die. But at this point, I think I'm struggling for air, because there's a flower about 4 squares away from me I have to kill to get by, and I don't even have the hit points to do it, and no means of getting hit points. I could teleport, but I'm kind of like a pack rat. I like to hold on to my items. But anyway, it's $5.49 on Steam. Came out today. If you want, wait for a sale. But I mean, it's only $5. I really enjoyed it. I want to see how many more levels and whatnot it has. So, talk to you guys later.